Okay, so I've gotten at least a few comments before, or like maybe two or three, or a few comments where people are just like saying that either my channel should be for kids or should be family friendly, or they're like, oh, is your channel for kids or family friendly or whatever. And it's like, why would I do that? Like, why would I want my channel to be for kids? Like, no. Why would I do that? If it was made for kids, it would be set for made for kids and it would say that it was set for kids or whatever. But, like, I don't want that. And, yeah, that's not my goal for my channel. Like, I don't want it to be for kids or for family friendly, kind of whatever. Like, I'm not gonna just stop swearing for a YouTube video. I'm not gonna just not play whatever games that I want to play just because I want it to be for kids or family friendly or whatever. Like, I play a lot of games that are not for kids, T for teen games, and even games that are rated M for mature. Or I might even talk about whatever things that are not for kids, like, maybe even TV shows or movies and stuff that are like TV 14 or rated M or maybe even R rated, I don't know, but I might mention some whatever stuff or say some stuff about like this or that kind of thing that's not for kids and shit. So, you know, it wouldn't make sense for this channel to be for kids if I'm gonna be swearing and talking about stuff that's not for kids or playing games or whatever that is not for kids. Um, so, like, I mean, okay, so, like, I've played, what, a few games that are, like, made for kids, or a few games that are, like, E for everyone, like, Roblox is E for everyone, but that doesn't mean that adults just can't play it. Like, a lot of older people play Roblox. Same thing with Minecraft. Minecraft is E for everyone, 10 and up, and, you know, a lot of older people play it, so it's kind of just like, you know, you can't really expect people to be playing like Roblox and Minecraft and, be completely family friendly or kid friendly or whatever. And then, like, something like Animal Jam, that's targeted for kids for like 8 to 12 or some shit like that, but there are a lot of older players still. So,
He's cat. That's like
like
really weird.
doing videos
Maybe
about that where
article
it's like,
that was
here's an
there
update or
before.
whatever. Like,
So they see themselves as a
it's
dinosaur,
just an
but
update
we
video,
see them
so
as
whatever.
their
Like,
Siamese cat. So
I'll swear in those
that's
videos
weird.
or
Maybe
some shit
the
like that.
article
So,
that was there before also
whatever.
had this problem.
But yeah,
Maybe
I think those are just kind of
them.
the
Yeah,
only
maybe.
games that I
don't know.
really played that are like
That's
meant
weird.
for
But
like
maybe it's just a little glitch
E
that
for everyone
happens,
or
so
kids
you
or
might need
whatever.
to
I don't think I
that,
really
so,
play any other game that's
non-dinosaur
like,
animals don't go in here.
like
It's weird,
I've made
but
multiple videos
yeah, it's new,
and
so
like a lot of
it's
videos
kind of like,
about
I
Animal
guess,
Jam and
what
Roblox
do
and
you really
Minecraft and
expect
whatever.
from something like this? So,
And so,
yeah.
you
If you
know,
have a
those are the three that kind of stick out.
and you have
Any
shit
other
and
games,
stuff,
like I may have made like
you can
one
just go
video
right
about this or that
before,
game,
or like you
and
don't have to wait
for
just
the
actual
didn't
dinosaur
whatever
animals to come out,
again.
which I
But
don't
like
know when they're
I've
supposed to come out.
made
Maybe in a
so
couple
many
days or
videos
something,
about games that are
yeah.
like T for teen or M
So
rated
yeah, I
or
guess
whatever.
that's kind of it.
So like I could
If you
show a bunch
have
of
a
games
dinosaur
here
pet
that
and
I've
you
played
don't
that
have
are not for
a
kids, or games that
potion,
I
you can
kind of
get the
want to
potion
play or
from
whatever that are not for
the
kids.
Phantom
Like,
Dimension, or you can get them from shops.
people
like
mistake Five
someone's
Nights at
selling
Freddy's
them in
as
their
a
my
kids
shop,
game when
then
it's T for
you can
teen,
probably
and
get them for
the
some
lore
sapphires,
talks about
or you can get
kids getting murdered
some
and
people are
stuffed into
selling
suits, and like
dinosaurs
even the
for
books are really fucked
some
up. Like,
sapphires
if you know
too,
anything
so.
about the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, you wouldn't say it's a kids game, because obviously it's fucking not, and it's rated T for teen. So it's like, if you're gonna call Five Nights at Freddy's a kids game, then you're a fucking idiot and you know nothing about it. That's like one that people are like, oh my god, Five Nights at Freddy's is a kids game, it's not scary, but it's like if you knew the lore, you would say otherwise. Um, I'm guessing a lot of people just say like creepypastas are for kids, but I don't know. Like, there's some fucked up shit with some creepypasta shit, or like even SCP stuff. Like, the SCP and the creepypasta fandom kind of overlap a lot. Like, I think a lot of people who were into one probably got into the other, and kind of, it overlaps a lot. So, there's a lot of messed up stuff for creepypastas and SCPs. So, that's kind of another thing there. But other games that I've played that are not for kids and shit like that, I guess there's like Paladins and Overwatch are both games that are rated T for teen, and that's just for like the fantasy stuff and like violence, like whatever shit like that, where they're like shooting each other, and some mild language. And I guess in Paladins I think it would count as like some of the characters are wearing some like revealing clothes, I guess. So, you know, those games are T for teen for a reason there. I guess I don't think I really have any other ones that are kind of like I've made a bunch of videos about, and then it's like whatever. I guess Smite is the same thing, where it's like, there's the whatever violence part, and then a little bit of language, and I guess whatever themes where characters are wearing revealing clothing too. So that's, I guess, another one. And then there's the other games that I play that are for like whatever shit. Also Sims 4 is T for teen for, cause you can, make your Sims fuck each other in like a bed or wherever. There's actually a few places where you can make your Sims go have sex somewhere, and so it's like, for that part it's T for teen, but also when your sim like goes take a shower or goes to the bathroom, it does have like the pixelated whatever, so you don't see anything, but it's still kind of like, you know that it's pixelated because they have no clothes on, so it's kind of a little bit of a whatever. But Sims 4 is T for teen for that. Other games, Monster Prom / Monster Camp, and then they also have Monster Road Trip. So it's like Monster Prom 1, 2, and 3. I've played those games and made videos about them a few times, and I think they're like 16 plus, I've read, and so those have like a lot of drug references, violence references, and then they also say a bunch of swear words, and then there's also like sexual themes and like some of the artwork that's in those games. It's like, you don't see any ass or boobs or whatever, but the characters are not wearing clothes. It's just like, oh, this one thing might be in front of their boobs, so you don't see their boobs, but they're obviously naked, and it's supposed to be asexual, like whatever. So obviously for that, it's like Monster Prom / Monster Camp and Monster Road Trip aren't gonna be for kids. And then light bears, like I've made a few videos about light bears. And it's like, with that game, you might look at it and be like, oh, this is fine for kids. It's just little, like, teddy bears and whatever. But, like, they swear in that game. Like when the shadow sees the light bears, they'll say, like, shit, shit, shit. Or, like, some characters might say ass, or, like, I think someone says fuck, too. I'm pretty sure anyways. I've played that game quite a bit, where I'm pretty sure someone says fuck too, so, yeah, and then, I guess, like, Last of Us, I've made at least a couple of videos of Last of Us, and that one's rated M for, like, violence and language, and obviously it's kind of a scary game with the zombies coming after you, and there's a couple jokes here and there where it's like, kind of like has to do with the sexual whatever, so there's kind of that thing there too. And then there's Outlast. I've played Outlast before and made videos about that, and that's, obviously super violent and gory, and there's some nudity in that game, and that's rated M. Grand Theft Auto, I've made a few videos about Grand Theft Auto 5 or GTA 5, whatever you wanna, whatever. And obviously that's rated M for mature because the sexual themes, the swearing, some characters say the N word, um, and there's the violence. You can have guns, you can do drugs and stuff, or like sell drugs and stuff. So it's like all this shit in GTA 5 and just GTA games in general. And then there's also Dead by Daylight that I've made a few videos about where that's rated M for like violence and stuff and kind of like scary themes and stuff where, these killers are literally, they're killers, they're murderers. Like you go kill other players in the game. Like that's the whole goal of the game is you kill the other players and, obviously violence and shit. And then there's Murdered Soul Suspect that also kind of like I guess alcohol and drug references or whatever, smoking and whatever. But within the first little part of the game, your character gets shot, and that's the entire point of the game is your character gets murdered, and then you have to go solve your own murder. That's it's kind of obvious with like the title or whatever. Like once you get into the story a little bit, then it's like, oh, okay, that's why that's the name of the game. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they swear in that game too. And then like Alien Isolation, that's based off of the Alien games, and obviously I'm pretty sure the Alien games are they rated R? I'm pretty sure they're rated R. But if you ever seen the Alien movies with the xenomorph and stuff, obviously that has like the violence and whatever, and then the xenomorph is like a silent, deadly hunter. The xenomorph is literally hunting the characters as they are in their spaceship or whatever, their space base thingy, whatever it's called. I don't really remember what it's called, but yeah, the xenomorph gets into their whatever thing that's in space, and then it hunts them and stalks them and whatever. So the game is also the same, where it hunts the player down and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's also the language in Alien Isolation where your character might say shit or something and whatever. So yeah, and then I'm sure I have a shit ton of other games, like even just indie games and whatever that are like scary games. I'm sure they're at least like T for teen or whatever, or like 10 plus or 13 plus or whatever, or even maybe 17 plus, I don't know, but just depends on the game. So the games that I've played that are like for kids or that are E for everyone is, I'm pretty sure, pretty small compared to all the games that I've played that are like horror games and stuff that are not for kids. So yeah, even if I didn't play all these horror games that are like T for teen or M for mature, or just like games in general that are like for older people, like I still swear and I still talk about other shit that's like not for kids. So this channel is definitely not for kids. So I don't know why I've gotten a few comments where they're just like, oh, isn't your channel for kids? Because if you take one look at my channel, like you can tell that it's not for kids, right? Like I have so many games that I've played and so many other videos that I've made that's like you could probably take a pretty good guess that like this is not for kids. So like just because I played like Animal Jam or Minecraft or Roblox, like doesn't mean that this channel's for kids or family friendly or whatever. Like I still talk about some shit that's like, or like I play some whatever video games that like definitely not for kids. So I don't really understand why people would say whatever shit. So yeah, anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video though. I kind of just wanted to whatever for this, and then maybe some people won't be mistaken and whatever. So yeah, anyways, I guess bye then.